And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I'm here on Tinkerworld at my base. You know, I think I should just call it my base rather than my industrial area, because really, this is where I'm living my life. The problem is, it's sort of a mess. I've got a bunch of these farms all just sort of sitting out, exposed redstone, which is, you know, beautiful and stuff. Who doesn't like exposed redstone? Turns out, no, it's just kind of ugly and messy, and I think it's time to maybe build a factory or a castle or both or neither. It's time to build something around this, so let's get going. So I think what I want to do is maybe try to lay out the boundaries of a building, because it's kind of nice to know where the walls are going to be. Yeah, maybe let's try that. I'm looking at this through this tree, right? I'm going to be putting a hallway here, and it's going to go this way 5 or 7 blocks, something like that, right through the house. So that'll be cool. So that means I may have an entryway over here, or it may be on this side. And I think what I'm going to do is, you can see where I've lined this out. I'm going to run another hallway this way over here, and then maybe connecting into something around here that goes up along that hill, okay? This is the master plan, such as it is. So that means I could bring, if I make this a wide hallway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here, right? Then I can start thinking about, okay, I'm going to be putting a main entranceway here, or maybe where the chickens are, or something. Kind of where the chickens are would make a little bit more sense. I don't know. But this will then come out into this area here. So I'll have easy access down into that area and around the back here. So basically, this is the idea. So I'm going to start marking out some of this stuff, and we'll come back maybe when, I don't know, when I'm a little further along. We can always hope I'll be further along. So I've marked this out, and I think I'm okay. So I'm going to take, you can see those bricks outlining here. This, I have decided I am going to go with a castle sort of theme. So this is going to be where the main keep is, this sort of rectangular area here, okay? On the outside, going way out this way and up towards those mountains and then down towards the iron farm, that'll be a curtain wall that will support, that will have a bailey inside here that I can do stuff with. And then I'm going to continue the wall out to the ocean here. Okay. Fabulous. Now, I might also continue a wall this way and make this sort of an outer tower, castle-ish something dealy Bob. I don't know. Bob is he's trying to make a dealy, and I just don't know that I understand it. Anyway, so I think that's going to be sort of the idea. And, you know, we'll bring the keep down this way, and then I've got this mess that I need to figure out how that's going to be integrated into whatever it is I'm building here. Okay. It's gonna be something. It may just be a slab. I don't know. But something should go there. I'm fairly certain. All right, so yeah, so we would have to come this way. And, jeez. All right, trees, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to move, okay? Get on your little woody feet and go someplace else, okay? I don't mean to be mean or anything like that, but you're just in the way, all of you. And holding hands does not, it's not going to stop me from chopping you into little bitty, you know, bits. I'm sorry, this is how it's going to work here. Yeah, so I think this is going to be the base gradient for the walls that are going to surround the keep. Now, it's going to be fairly square coming around here, and I do need to add all of the other stuff, but I think this is going to be okay. Yeah, but it's going to look a lot better once we start adding color and detail to it. But I think that's a reasonable gradient. I wanted to take a quick break and just take a look and just see how my shops are doing, because I haven't checked in a while. Totems are about the same. Did you dye boxes are going surprisingly well. And there's Doodle, who's paying in ores instead of diamonds, which is cool. But I was not expecting them to go this fast. I may have to make up a few more of those. And, ooh, sea lanterns have sold? Nobody wants prismarine. Nobody wants prismarine. Okay. All right, but hey, that's a fair amount of diamonds right there. I mean, I'm okay with that. And it's good because I think I want to maybe start thinking about, I don't know, netherite stuff. So you need upgrade templates for all of that. Woo! And, you know, that means diamonds. So this will get me started. And I may end up having to buy lots of stuff anyway. So, hey, let's hear it for commerce. So I did a little bit of building off camera. And here, let me free cam now. Yeah, look at all of this fun stuff, right? I have walls. They're badly textured. I have not textured yet. It's okay. The texturing will come later. But the shape of the castle is done. So, yeah. Now I think I want to start adding some towers. And I think the first tower here is going to be full of farms because, of course, it is. So let's get started. The plan for the first layer of this farm is going to be wheat. So what I'm doing here is basically I've set up what's supposed to be like 4 fields, okay? So there's one here, I have one over here, and one over here. And the plan is to get maybe 4 farmers, perhaps? 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all right. So we'll get like 4 farmers in here to harvest all of the wheat once it grows. But I need to prep this. So what I'm going to do is plow this so I can start getting wheat, and actually specifically wheat seeds, because I want to fill the inventories of the farmers before we get started, okay? That apparently makes the farmers better or something. So we're gonna work on that. We have ourselves a wheat field. Now, I need to get farmers in here, but that will happen after I get a few more seeds and stuff. So hopefully we'll get these to grow relatively quickly. Now, I toyed with the idea of putting bees in here, okay, to help with this. I think, well, I do want to set up a honey farm. I want to do it without like getting overly close to your face, because like this is a little close, okay? This is even closer. I want to avoid that. No, I want to try to set up a bee farm, but I think elsewhere is going to be good. So for now, this area is just going to be wheat, at least on this level. Let's talk about what else is coming. So I think I've got a design for a melon and or pumpkin farm, okay? Right, you can see the grid. That's where things are going to get planted, right? In the irrigated farmland, right? And then when this gets redstone, everything that's not farmland will pop. So that'll pop all of the melons or pumpkins that have grown. And then I'm going to have Allays come pick them up and drop them down here, which will be cool. So the catch is going to be laying out enough of these types of modules around this platform. So I'm going to build them out in the corners because I can easily get water and stuff there, and that'll be fine. And then I'll have to figure out where the timer is going to go to make this work. Probably kind of sort of in the middle, but we'll see as I get this all built out. I've made a slight variation to the design. Let me free cam up so you can see it. So, but it basically looks like this. Okay, it's cool, it's fun. Here it is with the redstone laid out, and basically just run the redstone all around it, and everything goes. All right, cool. All right, so let me set up 2 more of those flowers, and then I'll see what happens here in the middle, because that's going to be a much narrower area. So here's the farm with everything filled in. I still need to plant all the crops and all that good stuff, but you see the layout here, which is fairly straightforward. And then I've got just a basic hopper clock here, an etho hopper clock. I think I put 16 items in, and when this thing runs, then every time those 16 items hit, basically, or right, every time this switches, all of these pop. Okay, and I think this works out reasonably well. So there are a few places. This would have been a little bit nicer if I'd been able to get some stuff here, but the redstone was just a pain and caused issues. So I'm okay losing that 1 extra growing spot. I think this will cycle. Oh, got hit by the thing. I think this will cycle fast enough. We should be good. So I'm going to put another layer on top for the other thing. I haven't decided, again, if I'm going to do melons down here or pumpkins up there, whatever. It doesn't matter. Seriously, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. It's not hard. Pick one. Deciding is hard. Anyway, I'm going to get another layer done, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so here's the second layer of the farm without any of the dirt in. Okay, here is a tree that I have managed to fall on spontaneously, because that's an important part of any redstone build, is pain and suffering, apparently. Anyway, so let me free cam up here. This is the farm with all of just the redstone, okay? It's actually the second layer where I'm going to be putting in pumpkins, I guess. Sure, why not? This will be the pumpkin layer, right? But you can see the design of, here's all the sticky pistons, here's the redstone, okay? And there's the hopper clock. The hopper clock has 16 items in it, or will once I put them in there. So there you go. Here, I'll hold still for a minute. There, you can get your screenshot. Clicky, clicky. All right. Great. So now I just need to come in here. We'll get the dirt in place. We'll get the water in place, and make this farm, well, make it ready for all of the veggies. It's time. It is time. We are at that exciting moment when it's time to move villagers. If you thought slab placing was exciting, oh, just wait for the villagers. No, the villagers will be fairly easy. I just have to get the path, and then we have to breed up some allays and get them in. So yeah, it's gonna be all sorts of great. This guy over here has just been sitting on this. Oops, that's not rail. Anyway, this guy's just been sitting in this minecart for ages, so I think it's about time to do something about that. All right, yep, that's right. You just loop your way around. It'll be great. That's right. That's right. You're going to have a blast. You're going to be a farmer. Oh, you know it. You're going to be a farmer, and you're going to love it. I hope, because if you don't love it, you're going to be stuck doing something you don't love for the rest of your life. And that is not at all like being an adult. No, not at all. Nothing close to adulthood with that. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Just dropped right in. I love it. Aha, we've got our next volunteer. That's perfect. You are a perfect volunteer. Come on. That's right. That's right. Step right up. You're not at all being conscripted into the farmer army, where you will live out the rest of your days trapped in a big box farming, unable to sleep. There's nothing inhumane about this. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. There's going to be fairies. You can't have anything inhumane when there are fairies around. I think it's working. Now, the allays, they're lost and confused, right? Because they're just going to fly all over the place. But I think there's enough going on that's going to pull them down, like, oh yeah, I am a wheat allay. I will come collect wheat while the villagers are doing things. And, oh, I'm a melon allay. Sure, I'll hang out here on this level for a little while, and then, you know, maybe I'll fly up and pick up pumpkins and then go back down, right? Just the catch is, what if the pumpkin, right? I've got a pumpkin there, What if the pumpkin allay doesn't make his way up here before it despawns? And this is kind of my concern, right? The wheat allays I'm not overly concerned about, but like this pumpkin allay, okay, he made it up there. So I think eventually they make it, but yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned about this. I think the allays are working for the most part. You just saw that guy drop off pumpkins. That's the area I'm most concerned about. The allays being able to fly up and up and up and getting up here to get pumpkins and making sure it's the right allay, because that's a wheat allay. There's no wheat up here, right? But I think they're managing to keep these platforms fairly clean. Yes, things will sit up here for a little while, but I think they are managing to keep up. So, all right, I'm going to call the farm a tentative success, okay? Are there things I could do to improve it? Yes. Yes, there are. I think those are going to be a problem for future me. But for now, I need to get all of the output of that farm placed somewhere else. So, let's get diggy. So, here's the deal. I've got all of the output coming into these barrels, and this is great, but not particularly useful. So what I want to do is dig down here, have the items drop down into a water stream, and then we're going to free camp for a minute. Sorry. I'm going to come down here to this area here, and I'm going to set up some storage for hay bales, full melons, pumpkins, and bone meal. And maybe paper, if I decide to add sugarcane farms on top of this, okay? That seems like a reasonable thing. So I have to double check, see if sugar is compostable. I've totally forgot. If it's not, I'll move it somewhere else. But if it is, it'll go there. So everything will just drop down this way and, yeah, make it there. So I've got some digging to do. So let's get digging. And the collection system is done. Oh, this is great. Just a couple of basic filters here, no big deal. I probably could have used smaller filters, but this works. And for stuff like, which one is this one? This one is melons, right? It comes through the crafter and gets crafted down into melons and makes its way down that way. This one is pumpkins, so there's no crafter. They just go straight down. Here we've got wheats. Okay, and they fall straight down like this. And they all end up down here. Now, there is a fifth, there's a fifth stack of stuff here, which I've decided I'm going to set up for paper. Okay, now, I don't have sugar coming into this yet, but I did double check. Sugar does compost, so if I end up with too much, it'll go down to the far end, where everything composts and then ends up also going through a crafter, right, to become bone blocks. Right, awesome. So yeah, I can run sugar right through here, hit the crafter and get paper so I can make rockets and all that other stuff. Otherwise, I'm making all the blocks, and this is great. So let me show you down in the storage side what this looks like. So this is where everything is going, right? We've got, here's our bone blocks, here's our hay bales, here's our pumpkins, definitely getting plenty of pumpkins, and here's our melons. Awesome. And then I'll just have paper go here so that I can craft up 1.5 zillion rockets, which will be great. And what's also fun too is that I can take these pumpkins, right? And I can come right on down here and say, hey dude, pumpkin me, right? And these guys will just, they'll buy all the pumpkins. So now I have an extra source of emeralds, which is going to be great. And, you know, I also have melons, so same thing. Because emeralds are fun, especially when I need to buy redstone. I had to buy so much redstone. And that's going to do it for me today. I hope you had fun. This was a weird project and a lot going on. And, you know, there's still a lot to do. And that is fabulous. And if you like that video, or like this video, or like any video, that's awesome too. But subscribe and do all that stuff. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming, signing off.